All right, so week 3, and it's been less busier than the last couple weeks, and so I don't know, I've been really into larger pages for some reason. So on the 15th, I actually tried to go out to a German market, and turns out there was a Dallas Cowboys football game going on, and it was impossible to get to, so I ended up going to an antique store instead. And but the nice thing is that I had broke 2 ornaments at the beginning of the year for a red Santa tree, and I found one of the ones that I broke, and so I was able to replace it, which I was excited about because I never break ornaments, and I broke 2. I mean, just bam bam that same day within 5 minutes of each other. And then on the 16th, went and just drove around and looked at some lights. Just a real simple day. The 17th, we had a work ornament exchange. And again, I kind of kept this day a little bit more simple. I'll go back to the 15th and the 16th. That paper was Cartabella Christmas Wonderland. This was part of the Ali Edwards kit, and like this was a Hobby Lobby little guy, but the rest of the stickers and stuff were from that other line. This was mostly from Ali Edwards, this kit right here. Just one of her cards, and these were just like, who knows where those letters are from, but like these were Ali Edwards. And so that was the 17th, was the ornament exchange and breakfast at work. And then on the 18th, the next 3 pages are October afternoon, and they're actually not in business anymore. I think that either Crate Paper or Cartabella, maybe someone said, is what used to be the October afternoon, but I have found them occasionally on Etsy, and so this is where I actually bought these. So on the 18th, I just kind of wrote about, I did a lot of baking this week, so I just wrote about the gifts that I was baking that day and the days previous. So I made some gingerbread nativity scene. I made gingerbread house cookie kits and chocolate popcorn and cake balls, and I feel like there's another, oh, here it is. I was like, I know I had, so that was flap up, then flap open. Here are the cake balls, Naughty Nice cake balls, and then wrapping gifts. So just kind of what my gifts look like this year. Then on the 20th, went out to Highland Park and had dinner at El Phoenix, and then went around and looked at some of the lights. If you live in Dallas, there's a really crazy light display off of Southwestern, and it's pretty cool. But anyway, so just kind of drove around, looked at lights, and so I made all these little guys to go inside this little pocket that I made. And again, most of this is those just October afternoon, just different kits, little Christmas kits that I found on Etsy, the old Christmas kits. And I made a little pocket. I was just trying to make different size pages so that they don't get too boring. And then I slipped them in there. I have a little paper clip that I put them on with. So on the 20th, I went out to, this was my last day of work, but the main thing I did that day was I went to dinner with some friends. And so I just wrote about that, and I put a little picture of us from the dinner, and we just chatted and did a little gift exchange. And this is, I think, our 3rd year that the 3 of us have gotten together and done that. So we've been friends a lot longer, but we just started a couple of years ago making it a tradition to go out to dinner for Christmas. So anyway, so then I tried to, like, with these that have like the loose, try to like clip them in some way so they're not like falling around. Anyway, and then the 21st today, this is where I went out and I did a bunch of, this paper line is Cartabella, A Very Merry Christmas. I think it was from last year, the year before. But these were kind of our traditional things that my mom and I do. And this is a German restaurant where we get meat for Christmas Eve on the years that either I or she's hosting. And we do like deli meats on Christmas Eve and then Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. And so it's this old German market that her grandparents went to because they lived right down the road, like down the street from this place called Snyder Plaza in Highland Park. And then we went to Stein's, which is this great little, the oldest bakery in Dallas, and we got some gingerbread cookies and then a bunch of other stuff. And so then I created this little guy into a pocket, and then I wrote about it here on the back. So anyway, and now I'm ready. Oh my goodness, this next week will lead into Christmas. And so I've kind of prepped some pages, and I'm actually like this little guy here, I'm not going to use this, but I'm going to use this template to make a page for Christmas Eve. And so I kind of tried to map them out what I think I'll do some of the days. So anyway, it's getting really full, and I can't believe that it's 3 weeks in, and this next week includes Christmas, but I am going to go through the 31st as I always do. So I figured for me, it's December daily, and I have family in town, so I want to celebrate what we do after the fact too.